Hello folks, Jonathan Milam here. I do hope you're having a great day. I've got two cornets here that I really want to focus on. One is one that I've had for a while and really enjoyed it. It is an Olds recording cornet from about 1956. Hard to tell for sure, but I'm pretty sure it would fall in that range. And then I've got one that I just got in from about 67. If you can see, this has a nickel silver lead pipe, and this one has a realloy or bronze lead pipe. That's not the only difference. On this Super, of course, they both have a trigger, but this trigger operates the third slide. And you can see, oh, don't want to lose my mouthpiece, but you can see we've got well, two slides here. You've got your third slide, and then you've got your tuning slide, which attaches to the bell. On this newer one, which is, they moved the tuning slide to the bell. And so you've got a whole horn tuning device. As you can see, that is part of the wrap of the bell. Very interesting. I've wanted one of these for a long time. Finally got one from the mighty Quinn, and very impressed. The horn came in clean, came in super quick. He's somewhere near the Seattle area. I'm Charleston, South Carolina. You can't get much further apart in the United States. And purchased it over the weekend, shipped it out Monday morning, actually made it here Wednesday afternoon. So the mighty Quinn and FedEx really did well there. Now I expect that the 67 recording will have a little brighter tone with the nickel silver lead pipe. Of course, they both have that wonderful bronze realloy bell. However, since I had the moment, and I do want to hear what these sound like, I've also got an Olds Super from about 64, and I also have a wonderful Studio from about 54. Now, between 54 and 55 or 6, they made another notable change. They changed from a larger mouthpiece back bore needed. They used a large taper when they started making cornets. And then about the mid-50s, 55 or so, they went to a taper that we still use today for the cornet. Okay, going to start off with the oldie, and I'm just going to play Give Me That Old Time Religion. I've got 4 mouthpieces that I'm going to use. However, I'm going to primarily focus on these recording cornets, so I'm only going to play the Studio and the Olds Super on the first and the last mouthpiece. Okay, going to start off with a very relatively shallow mouthpiece. It's a Reeves C. I use a 41C, and if you're playing Dixieland, you might want to go with this. Then we'll go to a deeper GR, a deeper yet GR, and then we'll go to a Mark Curry vintage cornet for your fullest, deepest, darkest cornet sound. Okay, this is the Olds recording from about 56. One thing about these Olds horns that I like, same thing with the trumpets. When you go to hit that D in the staff, you don't have to worry about it being a fraction low. The intonation on these horns is really impressive. Wish a lot of expensive horn makers today could do the same thing that Olds was doing 70 years ago. Okay, now we'll go directly to the newer recording with the nickel silver, well, the nickel silver lead pipe and the intonation aid on the entire bell. Now, if you want to hear these just right back to back and flick back and forth and see what is the timbre difference, if you'll go down to the comment section, the first line will give you a link to any horns that I have for sale. If you go below that, you might have to hit a highlighted more button. You'll see down there each of these horns played, and you can just click on those icons and go directly to the sound of each horn and see how they sound. I expect this to be just a little brighter, and we'll use that same mouthpiece. This is the 66 recording. Sorry, we'll move directly to the Olds Super 64. Such a fun cornet to play. Okay, and we will also try the studio. And a couple of things about the studio. There is no intonation aid here. Now, what someone did on the Super, I really like it. They took the lyre piece, they moved it onto the edge of the third slide, and then they just got a long pull, probably off a baritone. And this is certainly workable for that. If you wanted to use it, all you need to do is a tech that would remove this, solder it onto the piece here of the third tuning slide, get you a long pull, then you're good to go. Okay, the studio from about 54. All right, now we'll go back to the recording pieces and we'll use a slightly deeper mouthpiece. This is a GR, I believe it is a 3. I would call this fairly deep. For a cornet, I would at least call it medium deep, but we'll go deeper in just a few moments. Okay, we'll go with the 56 recorder with the bronze or realloy lead pipe. And the newer recording with the nickel silver lead pipe. personally, I'm anxious to hear these. I've played them in the home here, and anxious to listen to the video and see just how much difference that nickel silver lead pipe makes as opposed to the bronze, or as they called it at the time, their Rayalloy brand or type of metal, the bronzish type lead pipe. Okay, we're going to go to a GR, I think this is a 5. Oh, looks like it's a 6. Fairly deep piece here. Fairly deep, and I checked the drill size on this yesterday. I think we're looking at about a 24, 25, something like that. Most trumpets are 27. As the numbers get smaller, the drill size gets larger. Okay, the newer recording with the nickel silver lead pipe. Okay, and now one of the really neatest mouthpieces that I've ever had. It's put out by Mark Curry. It's what he calls his VC or vintage cornet. It is quite a deep cup, but when you look down into this cup, it's slightly, well, it's going to be going like this, but it's slightly in towards the bottom, just curved in just a little bit. Really like it. It yields a beautiful, breathy tone, which apparently a lot of the old cornets, they liked that slightly breathy tone as opposed to the piercing trumpet sound, which seemed to grate on the nerves of the great H. Clark. Okay, we'll take the older recording with the bronze lead pipe. The newer recording with the nickel silver lead pipe. Okay, we'll go also to the Olds Super with that same mouthpiece, the Curry Vintage Cornet. And sadly, I can't use the vintage cornet on this studio because it takes the larger taper. But I do have a Reeves shallow Bach tapered flugel mouthpiece, and it works quite well in this studio from about 54. All right, folks. Thanks for your time. We appreciate the thumbs up, as does Google. Love you to subscribe. I really have been trying to cut down on the horns flowing through, but luck has been with me, and there has been a relatively steady flow for several years, and don't really see that altering a whole lot in the future. I really like Strads, trying to draw my attention to them, but I've got a couple of nice custom horns, beautiful custom Jaeger here, and a custom built Scodwell as well, which we'll probably be doing a review on later today as well. Thanks so much for tuning in. Do take care of yourself and someone near you.